Seekers, this is your part two because I'm feeling like energies outside of you, they've been seeing how independent you've been moving. You've been moving very independently and you've been quiet, you've been silent, you've been to yourself. You just feel like it's time to put all this energy onto you, and what it is that you need to grow, what it is that you need to accomplish. You're very focused on your goals. You're focused on, where you're going right now in this life. And so, because you're not giving in to these distractions, I feel like now there's energies outside of you who are like, I heard mimic for whatever reason, but I feel like it's also telepathy. Like if something's not being said or done, it's simply just being felt. And so I feel like there's this resentment that's happening outside of you, like because you've been so focused on self that's bothering others outside of you. Now that you make time to put all this focus onto self, it's not only a trigger, but it's almost like an insult. It's like disrespectful for those around you. So I feel like there's this energy that you feel where it's like, it's almost like you really can, like, you've been used to the solitude, but because there's so many transitions of feelings that you go through when you're alone and you're doing all this work on your own, it's like right now you could really be feeling that hate. You could really be feeling how people rather be dismissive within their energy. People rather not reach out. People rather stay in their feelings than in any way to support you or even just ask you like, hey, if there's anything you need, I'm here. I'm still here. So that's you're only getting more clear on those outside of you that aren't really for you, that don't truly support you. You're just so clear on how unhelpful people have been, and it's definitely those who you've really shown up for. You've shown up to applaud them, to congratulate them, to celebrate them. You've been there when they had it the worst, and you're not receiving that. No one's saying that you're at your worst, but you're going through a lot of transitions, and so you're gonna feel those highs and lows, and it doesn't matter what it looks like for you. No one is there to be found. And so it may feel easier right now to fall into I'm hearing depression. It may feel easier to fall into some type of melancholy state of mind. You just feel lonely. You feel like, damn, at the end of the day, it didn't matter what I did. It didn't matter how I showed up. I'm trying to just do me, and y'all still nowhere to be found. Like, the truth is clear, it's very crystal clear. And I think there's just things that you're grieving because there's a lot of things and a lot of people that you're outgrowing, right? And so you're having this moment of resentment yourself. There might be a little anger within this energy too, because it's like you've shown up so much for people and you never can get that reciprocated. And to see that you can't even get it from people that are, close to you, like in your vicinity, family, close friends, people who you really thought at the end of the day would be, the front row seating. Like, those are the people who are going to be all the way in the back, or they're not going to be at your show at all. They're not going to even, it's either they're not going to go or they're not even going to have the invitation. The sun comes out. Yeah, I just heard payback. I heard compensation. So this is what I'm saying. I feel like throughout this reading, it's like it becomes brighter, okay? It's like the sun can start to really shine through from this darkness. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. It's something about in the Fool. It's like, yo, let your hair down. Stop being so hard on yourself, seekers. You are constantly putting in whatever work you feel is necessary, okay? And you're not just doing it for self, you're doing it for the planet. You definitely are. You're trying to show up. You're trying to mirror, you're trying to be a mirror for others too. The way that you show up for yourself is how you're trying to make sure you show up for others, okay? You're trying to do an equal play. You're trying to be as fair as possible. You're really just, again, I heard revision, so it's something about like taking one step at a time with everything you do. It's the intention that you're putting in how you show up, okay? And I'm hearing love, so the way you love, okay, it's literally the way you navigate this whole life. It's the way that you function, how you function inside and out. It's all through love, okay? Nothing how you, those parts of you, it shows up as one whole. You don't leave anything out, okay? You give all of yourself. And so you're just trying to make sure you're truly doing that with genuine intention, and you are. Maybe you're thinking too hard. Maybe you've started to like question, like, am I being fake? Am I being the narcissist? Am I the moment where you even have to question all of this is when you truly, you may not see it right now, but you are healing parts of yourself that may have taken longer before, and for some reason now, because you came to an understanding about something when it came to these experiences that you're going through. You've come closer to self, that you are really reaching, a higher level of, I hear, commitment, okay? And that can be within any area of your life, but it's within self. Something about this is very internal. It's very sacred. It's very significant. It's very powerful when it comes to your internal growth. And I think you aren't really seeing that. So it's easier to be hard on yourself. And because you're not having any support outside of you, with more reason, you're just all like, what's the fucking point? You know what I'm saying? But no, baby, the cards say otherwise. I'm telling you. It's like you're gonna be hit with a surprise with this Ace of Cups and this Moon in reverse. It's like, I'm just hearing you were being too hard on yourself. All you had to do was just be more patient. There's something about patience here, because you've been doing the work. It's about you having to believe in yourself, believing that you're abundant, and so that you are attracting this abundance. It's all you've been working on all this time. So of course it's meant to come in for you. There's so much that there's so much knowledge that you've obtained and that you hold near and dear to your heart. It literally makes up who you are. Like, you wouldn't be who you are if you didn't have, this knowledge when it comes to spirituality, this emotional intelligence overall. Like, this is your makeup, okay? So that's why I feel like there's energies outside of you that there's hoping, and they're pushing this energy onto you of like, I hope the worst for you. I hope that you sink into this depression. I hope that you start to think differently. It's like someone is running out of ideas on how to break you down. So now they're doing it from a spiritual aspect, I guess. They're trying to do it in a way where it's like they're trying to send bad energy your way. So hopefully you give up. And so if you are hearing, or if you're connecting to these feelings and you're connecting to this energy, like, I guess this is now like the message telling you it's all an illusion. You're going to be hit with constant distractions. You're going to be hit with just people in your way, energies in your way, trying to stop you from where you're going, trying to stop you from elevating. You've been on the right path, and there's always more for you to learn, and you are aware of that, okay? You have been humbled through a lot of experiences, especially now. You're always learning something new. You're always coming to better understand that there's more that you can learn. So you're not being ignorant about anything. I think because you are so aware of that, because you are showing up as you're you're highly favored and you're showing up with this confidence because you're not being overly confident, that's still making people look at you like you think you're better.